Well, new information has come to light about Australia's oldest cold case, with a new search for Adelaide's Beaumont children just getting underway this morning.
This is a new site, one that the police have not explored previously.
Perhaps out here somewhere are the bodies of 3 innocent children who should not be here.
Just common sense tells you follow the money.
All of Australia want to see closure.
The thing that I'd like to impress on you all is that everyone makes sure that they're familiar with the descriptions of the 3 missing children.
First thing, over here towards this ridge.
It's bad enough if one was missing, but I feel that the police has got a tremendous task ahead of them.
It is one of the country's most enduring mysteries, and it started here on Glenelg Beach, Adelaide. It was a stiflingly hot Australia Day in 1966 when the 3 Beaumont children caught a bus down here to go for a swim. They would never make it home. As the search got underway, this town's carefree summer was over. So was Australia's age of innocence. How could 3 children simply vanish into thin air?
2 girls, 1 9, 1 7, and a little 4-year-old boy, and they have brown eyes. What sort of a girl is Jane, the 9-year-old? Is she?
Oh, very intelligent, very intelligent. You've only got to tell her a thing once, and she always does what she's told, never to talk to any strangers on the beach.
She was really quite amazing, you know. She could catch a bus anywhere around Somerton, Brighton, Glenelg. She would have herded them off the bus. She would have carried Grant and put him on her hip, which she always did, and then put him down once he got down the steps of the bus, straight to the beach. They would have gone straight in the water. She would have told Grant he's not allowed to go past the top of his bathers, because that's what she used to say to him. She used to joke about, don't you get your belly button wet or I'll get cross at you. It would have sunbaked, kids would have built sandcastles. Yeah, it would have been just an average day, really.
It was a far simpler time for us and a far more innocent time for the state. It was really a good time.
Children went anywhere and everywhere. There was no fear of being abducted. It didn't happen.
It sounds as though they went with a man who they must have been familiar with, otherwise people would have noticed these 3 children probably screaming or kicking, but they seemed to go willingly. Does that suggest that they might have known this person?
Yeah, there's no doubt that they knew this person. It wasn't until a couple of citizen detectives started to piece it together and came up with the theory that it was Harry Phipps, the owner of a large factory that used to be here, that could have been responsible.
The person they were playing with, the man they were playing with, gained their confidence. And then from there they followed him. It was a Pied Piper.
You wouldn't know it walking around here today, but 60 years ago this street was crucial to the investigation. It's where the Beaumont children were last seen alive, buying pies and drinks from a nearby bakery. They bought them with a £1 note, but the children's mother, Nancy, insists she didn't give them the money. So where did it come from?
Considering it was a hand-drawn sketch, I don't think you could have got it closer had you been looking at Harry and drawn it.
The more I look at Harry, of all the people who've been suggested over the years, and there have been many, I think he is the most likely to be the actual offender. Nobody's going to look at him, are they? This upstanding pillar of the community who's won all these awards, he knows all these important people. He's clearly not. They would have been looking for a paedophile, probably. And whoever's going to look at Harry.
I've no doubt that he was with the children on that day. I've no doubt that he was a pedophile. I've no doubt that he was a dangerous man when aroused. I've no doubt that on the day he was handling his satin clothing, and when he did that, he became sexually aroused. And into that walked 3 little children. Those are the things I'm sure of.
We know that he visited the site 3 days after the children disappeared. And remember, January the 26th was a Wednesday. The holiday for Australia Day in those days wasn't celebrated until the following weekend. But there was no one here at the site. They were all on holidays, so the only person that had access here was Harry Phipps.
It's been 7 years since police last carried out a dig at this industrial site. This time, independent investigators are back to carry out an archaeological dig. They'll be going deeper and they'll be going layer by layer of soil, looking for any sign that a grave has been dug here.
A significant development in the search for the missing Beaumont children.
Investigators have made an unexpected discovery at the old Castalloy site, a slab of hardened sand buried beneath tons of dirt.
From the information we've been given, this level here is where the original soil was. And that's where they stopped digging last time, because you've got your 2 metres here. But this is the actual 2 metres of imported fill. This is where the original soil line was. So now they're excavating, they've boxed out the bulk, they want to start digging down from here.
2 metres?
2 metres, 6, 7 feet.
So they didn't go deep enough last time?
They didn't go deep enough.
2 key figures in the search for the missing Beaumont children have been to the dig site today to help investigators.
The brothers, who dug a hole for a prime suspect back in the 60s, helped zero in on an area of interest.
That's the hole that they identified.
We never thought anything of it other than that we dug a hole. There was nothing there to connect it. At that time, the children had gone missing. It was more that they hadn't come home.
When did it first occur to you that you might have actually dug a grave that day?
Only a couple of years ago.
What is going to be involved in this search is what we call soil profiling. In other words, we can read the layers of the soil. One has to be meticulous in a search and persistent.
Based on what you know about this site, do you think that there is solid, compelling grounds to be doing another dig here today?
Yes, I do. But there's a good chance that there will be the grave here. Eventually, we'll get down to the bottom. And that's the crucial moment.
We had some concerns about accuracy, and we've now had better opportunity to examine the site.
Well, it's the last hope here, because the government intends to redevelop it, but who knows? You know, we may get information coming forward that could lead to the discovery of their remains. Somebody out there still knows.
And we were given an opportunity and we've taken it up.
This is about the kids. And that's it, full stop, the children. Someone had to take the corner. Someone had to try and be a champion for the children and find out what happened and get them a decent burial so everyone knows now where they are and what happened.